declare this ceremony open.
請各位就座 ，Please be seated. 現在恭請校長致辭。The President will now address the Assembly.
Deputy Chairman of Council, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to welcome all of you to this second inauguration of Endowed Professorships, and I'd like to take this opportunity to share with you our university's pride and promise on this important occasion. Over the past 78 years, our institution has moved with the times to support the development and propel progress of our city. We take pride in it, and we're still evolving alongside the economic and social development in Hong Kong. This February, the government delivered its latest budget speech. In addition to the support to business and industry, it announced its plan to provide funding to promote the development of the fashion industry and the tourism industry. As we know, Hong Kong's textiles and clothing industry has a solid foundation, and many famous fashion designers have great success in creating their own brands. Tourism, making up 5% of GDP, has been driving the growth of many industries. To diversify the economy and enhance the competitiveness and growth of related industries, the government has also, in its latest policy address, emphasized the development of innovation and technology. On top of the many developments, every person must take care of his or her health. Cancer is a leading cause of death worldwide, and according to World Cancer Report 2014, it is expected that annual cancer cases will rise from 14 million in 2012 to 22 million within the next 2 decades. What I have mentioned just now, ranging from business, fashion, hotel and tourism, to innovation and technology, and cancer research, are closely related to the development and needs of our society. I take pride to say that our professors have dedicated tremendous efforts in the studies and excelled in these fields. And we believe that our university can make even greater breakthroughs with your support. Through the Endowed Professorship scheme, we have established a valuable partnership our professors and supporters have established. As we share the same goal of advancing the frontiers of knowledge and technology for the benefit of mankind. Now, let me introduce the 6 endowed professorships to be presented today. First, Fung Yu King, Wing Hung Bank Endowed Professorship in Business Administration. And the appointee is Professor Edwin Chang of our Faculty of Business. Congratulations. Next, Chen Yik Hong Endowed Professorship in Fashion Design. The appointment is yet to be announced. Walter Kwok Foundation Endowed Professorship in International Hospitality Management. And the appointee is Professor Kay Chong of our School of Hotel and Tourism Management. Congratulations. Next one, Lo Ka Chung Charitable Foundation Endowed Professorship in Pharmaceutical Sciences. And the appointee is Professor Thomas Leung of our Department of Applied Biology and Chemical Technology. Congratulations, Thomas. Next one. Alex Wong Siu Hua, Gigi Wong Fuk Chi, Endowed Professorship in Product Design Engineering. And the appointee is Professor Ellen Lau of our Department of Mechanical Engineering. Congratulations, Ellen. Following, Vincent and Lily Wu, Endowed Professorship in Textiles Technology. And the appointee is Professor Tao Xiaoming of our Institute of Textiles and Clothing. Congratulations. For nearly 8 decades, PolyU has maintained a strong focus on meeting the needs of society through education and research. Building on our heritage, we are determined to challenge boundaries, uncover knowledge, and strive for innovation, as manifested in our new brand promise, opening minds, shaping the future. And we would like to also take this opportunity to show you our brand new corporate video. Thank you. An endowed professorship is a long-term commitment to excellence. It allows our university to build academic and research excellence with far-reaching impact. Your support, your partnership, your recognition is our pride. Our dedication in education and research is our promise. And we look forward to joining hands with you all to shape the future. Thank you very much.
例學教授席就職儀式現在開始。馮堯敬 永亨銀行工商管理教授席 PolyU King Wing Hang Bank Endowed Professorship in Business Administration.
To survive and prosper in the contemporary volatile global business environment, organizations must be able to anticipate and adapt to changes and challenges in a timely manner, as well as taking note of the evolving regulatory, environmental, and ethical issues. Any advantage is temporary, and opportunity knocks but once. As such, businesses must develop competence in time-based competition through innovative design and seamless integration of their products, processes, and supply chains.
Business is about decision-making, and the key to success is informed and timely decision-making. With a focus on logistics and operations management, I have been conducting research on developing advanced analytical methods with a view to modeling complex business situations and identifying ways to help organizations make informed and hence better decisions. Scheduling, which deals with allocation of limited resources to tasks over time, both to drive efficiency and to yield optimal outcomes, is also my key research interest. I plan to continue my research pursuit in scheduling and empirical operations management, which have become increasingly important in the fast-paced, globalized world. The endowment fund is not only a great morale booster, but will also support my research endeavor in many ways, including the nurturing of research students.
Our Faculty of Business is keen to address the grand challenges faced by the commercial world and to equip tomorrow's business leaders for success through research and education. With the generous support of the PolyU King Wing Hang Bank Endowed Professorship in Business Administration, Professor Cheng and his team will be advancing the knowledge frontiers in a range of management topics with far-reaching impact on the theory and practice of business administration.
PolyU King永亨銀行工商管理教授席由PolyU King慈善基金會捐贈。PolyU King Wing Hang Bank Endowed Professorship in Business Administration is endowed by PolyU King Charitable Foundation. 現在恭請PolyU King慈善基金會董事何馮艷芳女士站立。May I now invite Mrs. Judy Ho, Governor of PolyU King Charitable Foundation, to rise.
PolyU King Charitable Foundation was established in 1979 by Mr. PolyU King, a successful entrepreneur and philanthropist. Mr. Fong was well recognized in Hong Kong and the Chinese mainland, not only because he is a very successful banker. His dedication to philanthropy also endeared him to people from all ranks of the society. Mr. Feng's spirit of giving is now carried on by the PolyU King Charitable Foundation, which focuses on supporting health care and education in Hong Kong and the Chinese mainland. Over the past decades, countless number of people, institutions, and charitable organizations have benefited from the Foundation's benevolence. One of the beneficiaries is the PolyU King Hospital, a member of the Tonghua Group of Hospitals. With the financial support of the Foundation, the hospital underwent comprehensive renovation in 1986, providing quality long-term care, medical treatment, and rehabilitationary cares for the elderly, the Hong Kong Society for the Aged, and set up Mrs. Y.K. Fong Home for the Elderly with funding from the foundation in 1997. The elderly home provides residential care, meals, personal care, and nursing care for the elderly. The foundation also attached much importance to education. The Church of Christ in China, the Fong Liang Kid Memorial Secondary School, and the Hong Kong Chinese Women's Club Fong Yu King Memorial Secondary Schools were established in 1987 and 1990 with the support of the foundation. In the future, the foundation will continue the legacy of Mr. Fong Yu King by championing the cause of charity in Hong Kong and the Chinese mainland. PolyU is deeply grateful to Mr. Fong Yu King Charitable Foundation for contributing towards the establishment of the Fong Yu King Wing Hung Bang Endowed Professorship in Business Administration.
I now invite Mrs. Judy Ho to receive a certificate of appreciation from our Deputy Chairman of Council. Mr. Deputy Chairman, I present to you the appointee, Professor T.C. Edwin Chang, for appointment to this endowed professorship.
多謝何女士，多謝鄭教授。Thank you, Mrs. Ho and Professor Chang. 現在恭請何女士致辭。Mrs. Ho will now address the Assembly.
Deputy Chairman Chan, President Tong, guests and friends, I'm truly honored to represent the Fong Yu King Charitable Foundation to attend today's ceremony, marking the second inauguration of the Endowed Professorships for the University and the dedication of the Fong Yu King Wing Hang Bank Endowed Professorship in Business Administration. I wish to congratulate Professor T.C. Edwin Chang for being the first incumbent of this professorship in recognition of his distinguished service and contribution to the university. The Fong Yu King Charitable Foundation was first established by my late father, Mr. Fong Yu King, in 1979 to give support to the needy and to provide health care and education for our youth. Over the years, we have worked diligently to support the setting up of hospitals, secondary schools, healthcare centers in both Hong Kong and China. However, this endowed professorship bears special significance. Wing Hang Bank was first founded by Mr. Feng in 1937 with modest beginnings. And through his years of hard work and diligence, it has grown into a well-respected international bank. The naming of this endowed professorship will serve as a memento for Mr. Feng and for Wing Hang Bank. Our foundation is fortunate to have developed close ties with the university through Professor Patrick Feng, chairman of our foundation, who was treasurer of the university from 1993 to 1996, and has since been a council member of the institution. He also served as deputy chairman between 1996 and 2001. We are proud and honored to be given the opportunity to play a role in the university's endowed professorship scheme, and we wish the university much success in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, 何女士。Thank you, Mrs. Ho. 鄭奕雄時裝設計教授席 Chang Yik Hung Endowed Professorship in Fashion Design.
The origins of the Institute of Textiles and Clothing, known as ITC, throughout Hong Kong and the fashion industry in general, can be traced back to 1957. The then Department of Textile Industries was established under the Hong Kong Technical College to assist with the development of the textiles and clothing industry in Hong Kong. The focus in the 1960s and 1970s was on textiles and clothing production, and over time has developed into a leading fashion and textile institute, covering all facets of the fashion industry. Current trends in fashion require innovative high-technology fabrics that are not only within the current fast-moving fashion trends, but are required to give high performance, comfort, and easy maintenance for contemporary lifestyles. Fashion is global, and Hong Kong has all the international high-fashion brands, as well as some local mid-market brands and emerging young labels. ITC research in fabric and fashion development is at the forefront of the emerging general fashion trend of casualization and comfort clothing. This is set to be a long-term trend in fashion direction.
We can be justly proud of our achievements in education, in research, and creative practice. Our talented students and alumni have not only achieved high success in Hong Kong and Asia in fashion design competitions, but have also gained worldwide reputation for their excellence in design. They are highly applauded for their creativity and vision of emerging trends. Their innovative use of textiles and cutting-edge technology, together with commercial knowledge, has contributed significantly to the development of fashion design industry in Hong Kong. ITC is ranked #1 in the world on its research performance in the fields of fashion and textiles. This is evidence that the Institute is dedicated to world-class research and application across the fashion and textile disciplines.
With the Cheng Yik Hung Endowed Professorship in Fashion Design set up by the Sao Ching Charity Foundation, we will further enhance and extend our fashion design discipline with the global fashion business through research work and creative practice, thereby broadening the exposure of our fashion talents with advanced knowledge and international perspective, benefiting their careers and the industry, both within and beyond the territory.
Chang Yik Hung 時裝設計教授席由秀清慈善基金捐贈。Chang Yik-hung Endowed Professorship in Fashion Design is endowed by秀清 Charity Foundation。現在恭請秀清慈善基金創辦人鄭陳秀清女士站立。May I now invite Mrs. Ivy Chang Chan Shou-ching, founder of Shou-ching Charity Foundation, to rise.
The Chang Yik-hung Endowed Professorship in Fashion Design was established with a donation from the Shou-ching Charity Foundation Limited in memory of the late entrepreneur, Mr. Chang Yik-hung. Dr. Christopher Chang, the second son of the late Mr. Chang, had been a staunch supporter of higher education and research. Dr. Chang and his wife, Mrs. Ivy Chang Chan Shou-ching, set up the foundation in 2009. The late Mr. Chang was an exemplar of a dedicated entrepreneur who created a vast business empire with vision and boldness. He was the permanent honorary president of the Chiu Young Residents Association of Hong Kong and honorary president of the Federation of Hong Kong Garment Manufacturers. A native of Chiu Young, Guangdong, he launched his jeans manufacturing business in Hong Kong in 1955 and soon established himself as a leader in the textile and clothing industry. In 1963, he founded Wing Tai Garment Manufacturing Limited in Singapore, and with the support of his family, it grew to be the largest garment manufacturer in the city in the 1970s and 1980s. It also evolved into a conglomerate of diverse business covering property development, investment, and retail, lifestyle shops, and services. Dr. Christopher Chang is now chairman of Wing Tai Properties Limited. In addition to public services, he is also actively involved in the promotion of charity and higher education in Hong Kong and abroad, serving on the committees and board of renowned institutions such as the Yale University and the Columbia Business School. His wife, Mrs. Ivy Chang Chan Shou-ching, is a senior partner at the law firm Wu Guan Li Law. PolyU is deeply grateful to the Shou-ching Charity Foundation for contributing towards the establishment of the Chang Yik-hung Endowed Professorship in Fashion Design.
I now invite Mrs. Ivy Chang Chan Shou-ching to receive a certificate of appreciation from our Deputy Chairman of Council. Mr. Deputy Chairman, I present to you Professor K.Y. Wong, Dean of the Faculty of Applied Science and Textiles, to represent the appointee-to-be to this endowed professorship.
多謝鄭女士，多謝黃教授。Thank you, Mrs. Chang and Professor Wong。鄭女士感謝大學邀請，在典禮上致辭。有關致辭內容已刊登在長刊內，請各位細閱。Mrs. Chang would like to thank the University for inviting her to address the Assembly. Please refer to the program book for Mrs. Chang's address. Thank you. 郭炳湘基金國際酒店服務業管理教授席 Walter Kwok Foundation Endowed Professorship in International Hospitality Management.
hospitality and tourism industry has shifted its center of gravity to Asia, and its unprecedented growth in the past decade or so makes it a key economic driver for many places, including Hong Kong. It is not without challenges, however. How can we raise the overall industry capabilities and help grow the flourishing tourism and hospitality landscape in a sustainable manner? It is talent and knowledge that matter. It is education and research.
My research and teaching expertise on service management, tourism hospitality marketing, and convention tourism, I have endeavored to develop a comprehensive understanding of hospitality and tourism management from both consumer and cultural perspectives, with which to define service excellence. Striving for the highest quality is a bold but crucial step in order to stay on top at home and around the world. With the generous support of Walter Kwok Foundation, we'll engage in more research with an Asian perspective in knowledge creation and development of the best practices, thus facilitating industry to raise its overall capabilities, sustaining its dynamism and appeal in the long run. Research informs teaching, helps open the minds of our students. We want to see our students rise to become leaders of hotels, hospitality businesses, and tourism industry.
Dean Chan's vision is to create a new paradigm for hospitality and tourism education, and the journey has already begun. With the conferment of Endowed Professorship, Dean Chan is more confident than ever to steer the School of Hotel and Tourism Management to ride on the Asian wave and to drive it onwards through education and research excellence.
郭炳湘基金國際酒店服務業管理教授席由郭炳湘基金捐贈。Walter Kwok Foundation Endowed Professorship in International Hospitality Management is endowed by Walter Kwok Foundation。現在恭請郭炳湘基金創辦人郭炳湘博士太平紳士站立。May I now invite Dr. Walter Kwok Ping Shang, JP, founder of Walter Kwok Foundation, to rise.
Dr. Walter Kwok Ping Shang was Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Sun Hung Kai Properties from 1990 to 2008. He is a former Standing National Committee member of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference. Dr. Kwok holds an honorary Doctor of Science degree and a Master of Science degree in Civil Engineering, both from the Imperial College of Science, Technology, and Medicine. He is an honorary trustee of Shanghai Tongji University and Nanjing University and a standing committee member of the China Association for Preservation and Development of Tibetan Culture. Dr. Kwok is a member of the advisory board of the MBA programs of the Chinese University of Hong Kong and an honorary member of the court of the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. A staunch supporter of tourism and hospitality industry of Hong Kong and China. Dr. Kwok is the honorary treasurer of the Federation of Hong Kong Hotel Owners. Under his chairmanship, Sun Hung Kai Properties developed a significant number of notable hotels, securing its position as one of the Hong Kong's leading hotel companies. Inspired by a deep love for his motherland, he championed a variety of educational, artistic, and cultural initiatives in Hong Kong and in China to train up talents who will contribute to the society's stability and prosperity. Dr. Kwok founded the Walter Kwok Foundation and the Kwok Scholar Association to support students dedicated to the public service to study in the University of Oxford and the Yale University. Through the Walter Kwok Foundation, he has made donations to charities such as Food Link Foundation and suicide prevention services, thereby giving a hand to the underprivileged. PolyU is deeply grateful to the Walter Kwok Foundation for contributing towards the establishment of the Walter Kwok Foundation Endowed Professor in International Hospitality Management.
I now invite Dr. Walter Kwok Ping Seung to receive a certificate of appreciation from our Deputy Chairman of Council.
Kwok 博士請留步。Dr. Kwok, please stay.
Mr. Deputy Chairman, I present to you the appointee, Professor K. Chong, for appointment to this endowed professorship.
多謝郭博士，多謝田教授。Thank you, Dr. Kwok and Professor Chong. 現在恭請郭博士致辭。Dr. Kwok will now address the Assembly.
Deputy Chairman Chan, President Tong, guests and friends. As a key financial, trading, and tourism center, Hong Kong is the important portal through which international travelers enter the Chinese mainland, making this Asian metropolis one of the world's famous destinations. In this year's budget, the government just announced its plan to provide a special additional funding to the Hong Kong Tourism Board to promote the tourism industry. Indeed, the recent reduction of tourists from the mainland to Hong Kong has a significant negative effect on our consumer and retail industry. A fact bespeaking the importance of tourism to the local economy. As a matter of fact, Hong Kong is also the headquarters of a number of well-known international hotel chains like the Peninsula, the Mandarin Oriental, the Langham Hotels groups, and it also plays the role of a regional headquarter to many international hotel chains in this area. The success of the tourism industry in Hong Kong must be complemented by the growth of the hotel industry. To cater for the needs of global leisure and demands of business travelers, Hong Kong must build more hotels of international standards, thus enhancing the competitiveness of the hotel industry in the global market through the application of new technology and management know-how. More important, as a result, Hong Kong needs more quality young local hotel talents and professionals, like graduates from the PolyU University, to cater for our needs. While in the past, business, medicine, legal studies have long been regarded as popular disciplines within our universities. Finally, with PolyU University, tourism and hotel management now, in the past, has been holding a secondary position, rendering the recruitment of talents not an easy job. I want to congratulate PolyU University, and in particular the School of Hotel and Tourism Management, their success in the education of hotel and tourism students. They are now currently ranked as second in the world. I hope that through this endowed professorship, we can help to train up more hotel and tourism management talents, thereby contributing to our hotel industry and in return to the economy of Hong Kong. Thank you.
多謝郭博士 ，Thank you, Dr. Cobb。盧家聰慈善基金藥物科學教授席 ，Low Ka Chung Charitable Foundation Endowed Professorship in Pharmaceutical Sciences。
Cancer is the most feared and life-threatening disease in all parts of the world. While new treatment options keep coming up, the awful side effects and drug resistance remain a concern, and hence there is a pressing need for better therapeutics against cancer, especially for treatment of refractory tumors. Our Professor Thomas Leung has bravely taken up the challenge, and his research findings have not only given a ray of hope for cancer patients, but have revolutionized the concept of cancer drug development.
With biology and chemistry expertise, our team has been researching anti-cancer therapies over the years and has pioneered a groundbreaking cancer treatment known as enzymatic arginine depletion. We found that depleting arginine by arginase can starve cancer cells to death, whilst leaving normal cells unharmed. And for the first time, we turned arginase into a safe and effective drug. This drug has shown promising results in preclinical and clinical tests and is Hong Kong's first ever homegrown drug to receive investigational new drug approval from the US FDA and thus clearing the way for clinical trials in the United States. In terms of effective cancer therapies, we still have a long way to go. The Endowment Fund will provide us with resources to embark on further research on the mechanisms of action of the new drug molecules and to translate scientific discoveries into clinical applications which could improve the quality of cancer patients.
Hailed as a breakthrough for made in Hong Kong anti-cancer drugs, Professor Leung's research achievement has opened the horizon of Hong Kong's biotechnology and pharmaceutical industry. With the conferment of the Low Kai Chung Charitable Foundation Endowed Professorship in Pharmaceutical Sciences, Professor Leung will be more committed than ever to finding cures for cancer.
盧家聰慈善基金藥物科學教授席，由盧家聰慈善基金有限公司捐贈。Low Ka Chung Charitable Foundation Endowed Professorship in Pharmaceutical Sciences is endowed by Low Ka Chung Charitable Foundation Limited。現在恭請盧家聰慈善基金有限公司董事盧伯兆先生站立。May I now invite Mr. Peter Low Pak Shiu, Director of Low Ka Chung Charitable Foundation Limited, to rise.
Mr. Low Ka Chung is a successful businessman who has over 70 years' experience in the jewelry business. He shows great care for the community, and in particular, for the development of education and medical care. The Low Ka Chung Charitable Foundation Limited was founded by him in 2002. Its major objective is to support institutional establishments and development projects in both educational and medical fields by means of financial donations. The Low Ka Chung Center for Natural Anti-Cancer Drug Development at PolyU is the very first major project which the Foundation had undertaken to support. Mr. Low generously donated 20 million Hong Kong dollar to PolyU for its research work on anti-cancer therapeutics. This donation has made feasible for the university to provide professional cancer-related education and consultancy services for the community. This has also enabled PolyU to achieve the recent breakthroughs in the development of cancer drugs through the use of advanced biotechnology. Being an ardent supporter of PolyU, the Foundation has also made donations towards other initiatives of PolyU in support of the university's long-term development. Recently, the Foundation participated in the PolyU Endowed Professorship scheme by making further donations. This helps enrich the research resources of the Lo Kar Chung Center for Natural Anti-Cancer Drug Development and also provides a strong boost to the research team for their respectable mission in cancer research. PolyU is deeply grateful to Lo Kar Chung Charitable Foundation Limited for contributing towards the establishment of the Lo Kar Chung Charitable Foundation and Endowed Professorship in Pharmaceutical Science.
I now invite Mr. Peter Lo Pak Siu to receive a certificate of appreciation from our Deputy Chairman of Council.
Lo 先生請留步. Mr. Lo, please stay.
Mr. Deputy Chairman, I present to you the appointee, Professor Thomas Y.C. Leung, for appointment to this endowed professorship.
多謝盧先生，多謝梁教授。Thank you, Mr. Lo and Professor Leung. 現在恭請盧先生致辭。Mr. Lo will now address the Assembly.
Deputy Chairman Chan, President Tong, guests and friends, it gives me great pleasure and honor to share my thoughts with you about the Lo Kar Chung Charitable Foundation. The foundation was set up by my father, Mr. Lo Kar Chung, in 2002 to support educational and health care projects for the advancement of knowledge and the welfare of humanity. Mr. Lo had lived through the war years of the 1940s in Hong Kong. He witnessed the sufferings brought about by the turmoil of war and was well aware of the need of medical care and education in the post-war years. His experience in those difficult times prompted him to have a charitable heart and started giving a helping hand to the underprivileged. He is fortunate enough to build up some success in the jewelry business, which enables him to establish the present-day charitable foundation. As director of the foundation, I'm glad to note that our support for healthcare and research has achieved prominent breakthrough in research. With a donation from the foundation, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University set up the Lo Kar Chung Center for Natural Anti-Cancer Drug Development in 2006. The center has developed 2 novel drugs through advanced biotechnology, and one of them is currently undergoing clinical trials in a local public hospital with encouraging results. The foundation anticipates that the endowed professorship could help the university build on its success in career research, in cancer research, and go on to discover more effective cancer therapies. We trust that PolyU researchers can make further contributions to the global communities in the years to come. We also hope the Endowed Professorship can inspire more talents to take part in cancer research for the benefit of mankind. Thank you.
Thank you, Low 先生。Thank you, Mr. Low。黃少華、黃福之產品設計工程教授席 ，Alex Wong Siwa, Gigi Wong Fuk Chi, Endowed Professorship in Product Design Engineering.
Today's world has no shortage of challenges for manufacturers and society. Increasing global competition, rising costs, depletion of natural resources, and other overarching economic, environmental, and social issues. The discipline of product design engineering helps respond to many of these challenges with a holistic approach, combining engineering and science knowledge, innovative technology, and the latest design capabilities to satisfy the market's need for sustainable, user-centered, and socially responsible products.
The focus of my research is on lightweight and high-strength composite materials, which are used for biomedical, civil, aerospace engineering applications. Commit to the knowledge transfer missions of our university, I'm delighted to get involved in many industrial-based consultancy projects, which have assisted the transformation of local SME from traditional OEM to a high value-added product design manufacturing model. I am also keen to equip aspiring design engineering students to become valuable contributors in today's multidisciplinary product development teams. With the endowment fund, I will be able to support my students to participate in more workshops, seminars, and design competitions, which will open up their minds and broaden their perspectives. I will also encourage the postgraduate students to deliver more high-level research output for you by the industry.
The 21st century needs a new breed of engineers who can come up with improved, innovative, and exciting product solutions, but with sustainability, human sensitivity, and social responsibility as their agendas. With the generous support of Alex Wong Siwa Gigi Wong Fuk Chi Endowed Professorship, Professor Lau will be able to further advance knowledge in product design engineering through research and to nurture a greater pool of talents who can design with vision and manufacture with precision.
黃少華、黃福之產品設計工程教授席由科勁發展有限公司捐贈。Alex Wong Siwa, Gigi Wong Fuk Chi Endowed Professorship in Product Design Engineering is endowed by Kingsflare Development Limited。現在恭請科勁發展有限公司主席兼執行董事黃少華先生及執行董事黃福之小姐站立。May I now invite Mr. Alex Wong Siwa, Chairman and Executive Director of Kingsflare Development Limited, and Ms. Gigi Wong Fuk Chi, Executive Director, to rise.
Kingsflare Development Limited is a leading designer, developer, and supplier of kitchenware products. Mr. Alex Wong Siwa is the Chairman and Executive Director of Kingsflare, while his daughter, Ms. Gigi Wong Fuk Chi, is the Executive Director of Kingsflare. A visionary entrepreneur, Mr. Wong banks on innovation and advanced technology to build an international enterprise that exports mid-tier to high-end kitchenware products to North America, Europe, and Asia. Mr. Wong does not set his sight on profits only. He believes that a healthy business must adhere to ethical and responsible practices to secure its long-term growth. He believes by the amorism, giving back to society what you have received from society. Mr. Wong's passion for product design and conviction in corporate social responsibility are shared by his daughter, Ms. Gigi Wong. Before assuming senior positions in King's Fair, Ms. Wong served in various departments and roles, thereby gaining solid experience in the management and operation of the kitchenware business. She is now responsible for implementing new strategies to further boost the development of King's Fair. Like Mr. Wong, Ms. Wong is also very active in community services. Among the various charitable organizations they support is the Chi Ham Foundation, an organization serving orphans affected by AIDS. Mr. Wong and Ms. Wong have shown by example how commercial operations and corporate social responsibility can go hand in hand and to create a vibrant and sustainable business. Their devotion to product design engineering, as well as their acumen and generosity, will be a source of inspiration for the community. PolyU is deeply grateful to the King's Fair Development Limited for contributing towards the establishment of the Alex Wong Siwa Gigi Wong Fukji Endowed Professorship in Product Design Engineering.
I now invite Mr. Alex Wong Siwa and Ms. Gigi Wong Fukji to receive a certificate of appreciation from our Deputy Chairman of Council.
Wang先生及黃小姐請留步。Mr. Wong and Ms. Wong, please stay.
Mr. Deputy Chairman, I present to you the appointee, Professor Ellen Katie Lau, for appointment to this endowed professorship.
多謝黃先生、黃小姐，多謝劉教授。Thank you, Mr. Wong, Ms. Wong, and Professor Lau. 現在恭請黃先生致辭。Mr. Wong will now address the Assembly.
Deputy Chairman Chen, President Tong, guests and friends. Technology and innovation not only dominate global economic trends, but determine the future of manufacturing. If Hong Kong's manufacturing sector is to keep abreast of the time and meet the needs of the overseas market, it should have a good knowledge of market trends and be able to apply technological know-how and creative ideas to turn run-on-off-the-mill products into consumer must-haves, delighting consumers with hitherto unrealm of benefits brought on by the new products. It follows the product design that have the proper balance in technology and innovation are the key to success for the manufacturing sector. This is also true for Hong Kong manufacturers. Currently, product design in Hong Kong are still falling short of international standards. So, we need to train up a new generation of professional product designers urgently. For the young talents to be internationally and competitive, They should be skilled in product design and knowledgeable in various manufacturing process and procedures. They must also be adept in drawing out synergies between software and hardware, conversant with new material and capable for making improvement in product application. PolyU has set a solid foundation for product design engineering in Hong Kong in the previous decades. I hope that the Endowed Professorship can help identify the best teaching and research talents to nurture future generation of product design professionals and raise the standard of research in this field. Thank you very much.
多謝黃先生 ，Thank you, Mr. Wong。吳文正及黃月娥，紡織科技教授席 ；Vincent and Lily Wu, Endowed Professorship in Textiles Technology。
PolyU has been the unsung hero behind the textile and clothing industry since the 1950s through nurturing much-needed human resources and the provision of technical expertise. The industry has then become one of the key pillars of the local economy and a top player in the world stage. To meet the changes and challenges in the globalized market, PolyU will be assuming an increasingly important role as scientific advancement and innovative technologies are a must for the industry to stay competitive and to scale new heights.
My expertise is material science and textile engineering. Over the years, I have conducted a variety of research on intelligent fibrous materials, nanotechnology, fiber-based flexible and wearable electronic and photonic devices, young manufacturing and textile composites. I'm delighted to see our research has led to some 10 inventions which have been adopted by the industry worldwide, creating new products, enhancing production efficiency, cutting costs, and satisfying the market with high value-added functional products. Building on our existing strengths, the endowment fund will enable my team to engage in further research activities, such as the fiber-based electronic and photonic technologies to enhance the quality of life for human beings. We will also apply newly developed technologies to the field of healthcare, wearable electronics, smart cities, and robotics, beyond the boundary of traditional textile and clothing industries.
Our Institute of Textiles and Clothing is ranked #1 in the world on its research performance and citation impact in the fields of textiles and clothing. With generous support from the Vincent and Lily Wu Trust, Professor Tao will continue to excel in both applied and strategic research, pushing the boundaries in fashion and textile technologies for the sustainable development of the industry and the betterment of society.
吳文正及黃月娥，紡織科技教授席，由吳文正及黃月娥信託基金捐贈。Vincent and Lily Wu Endowed Professorship in Textiles Technology is endowed by Vincent and Lily Wu Trust. 現在恭請吳文正及黃月娥信託基金創會成員吳南燕女士站立。May I now invite Ms. Alice Wu, founding member of Vincent and Lily Wu Trust, to rise.
Mr. Vincent V.C. Wu ranks among the legendary migrant entrepreneurs from the Chinese mainland who contribute immensely to the local economy. Born in Qiaoqi, Jianyin, Jiangsu province, Mr. Wu went to Shanghai at 19, where he apprenticed at a large textile mill before becoming a factory owner in the 1930s. His foresight and tenacity allowed him to steer his business through the turbulent times of the late 1930s and 1940s. Mr. Wu and his wife, Ms. Lily Wang Yu Wu, moved to Hong Kong in 1949, where he re-established his textile business and eventually set up Central Textile Hong Kong Limited in 1953. Having served twice as chairman of the Hong Kong Cotton Spinner Association, Mr. Wu was known for his support for new technology and practices. A well-known philanthropist, Mr. Wu established scholarships for both local and Chinese mainland students. He helped found the Cotton Spinner Association Secondary School and was the first major funder for the Community Chest of Hong Kong. He was director of the Tonghua Group of Hospitals, Yan Chai Hospital, Po Leung Kok, New Asia College, Kanshu Chi Kang College, and Kanshu Chi Kang Primary School. Like Mr. Wu, Mrs. Wu devoted herself to community services and was once a director of Po Leung Kok. She was also her husband's stalwart supporter. His daughter, Ms. Alice Wu, founded the Vincent V.C. Wu Memorial Foundation. Since 2006, she has been a director of the 1990 Institute and is actively involved in the development of the Institute's America-China Exchange Teacher-Student Education Exchange Program in Jiangsu Province. Her accomplishments won her the Education Award from the Wuxi Education Bureau in 2009. PolyU is deeply grateful to the Vincent and Lily Wu Trust for contributing towards the establishment of the Vincent and Lily Wu Endowed Professorship in Textiles Technology.
I now invite Ms. Alice Wu to receive a certificate of appreciation from our Deputy Chairman of Council.
Nữ士請留步. Ms. Wu, please stay.
Mr. Deputy Chairman, I present to you the appointee, Professor Tao Xiaoming, for appointment to this endowed professorship.
多謝吳女士，多謝陶教授。Thank you, Ms. Wu and Professor Tao. 現在恭請吳女士致辭。Ms. Wu will now address the Assembly.
Deputy Chairman Chan, President Tong, guests and friends. As founding member of the Vincent and Lily Wu Trust, I'm delighted to see the setting up of the Vincent and Lily Wu Endowed Professorship in Textiles Technology. I would like to take this opportunity to express my appreciation to the university and the Institute of Textile and Clothing for their efforts in promoting research and innovation for the textile industry. The Institute is indeed one of the best textile institute in the world, and many of its inventions are patented. One good example is the new torque singles ring yarn technology invented by Professor Tao Xiaoming and her team. In 2006, this invention was taken up and further developed by Mr. C.P. Chang and his technical team of the Central Textiles Hong Kong Limited into a commercially applicable attachment, which was put on automatic ring machines for the first time. The attachment increases the production of spinning machines by 25%, and the yarn produced has a soft hand feel and cashmere-like. Since then, the new torque technology has evolved into 5 variations. The university and the Hong Kong Research Institute of Textiles and Apparel have successfully licensed this technology to more than 10 spinning factories in the world. We have every confidence that the Institute of Textile and Clothing will continue to train qualified personnel and contribute further to discovery of new technology for the industry. The Endowed Professorship, I hope, will further enhance the level of research of the Institute, as well as the impact on Hong Kong and beyond. Last but not least, both the Vincent and Lily Wu Trust and Central Textiles are honored and privileged to have a close working relationship with the university. I wish both Hong Kong Polytechnic University and the Institute every success in the future. Thank you.
多謝吳女士 ，Thank you, Ms. Wu。第二屆勵學教授席就職典禮完畢。The second inauguration of Endowed Professorships is now concluded. 請起立 ，Please stand.
I declare this ceremony closed.